There's nothing more fun than lifting heavy stuff up off the ground. Unfortunately, a lot of people do it wrong. Today, Greg and I are going to take you through a step-by-step on deadlift technique and show you how to get more weight up. The first step in getting a big pull is having a correct setup. We start at the base and work our way up, so we're going to start at Greg's foot. Here we see that the bar is at his mid-foot. This puts the bar squarely within his area of base, which we're going to talk about in a minute. It's extraordinarily important that the bar starts there. Once we've got Greg's foot position correct, what we're going to do is have him address the bar. His hands are going to be just outside his hips so that his arms clear his knees when he goes down. He's going to grip the bar and then he's going to squeeze his chest up. Here we're going to start to see two other important parts of the deadlift setup. One, his shoulder is in front of that bar. Two, his back is tight. If we've got correct foot position, the shoulder in front of the bar, and a tight back, we're ready to pull. There are two important elements of the pull, and they go hand in hand. The first is the angle of Greg's torso, and the second is the distance between the bar and his legs. Quite simply, we want to keep that bar as close to his legs as possible. To do that, he's going to keep his torso angle constant as he stands up until he gets to the knee. Once he's at the knee, that torso angle opens up and he stands all the way. Again, until we get to the knee, that torso angle is constant. Then it opens up. Show me again full speed, Greg. Good. You'll notice that when he does that in the correct pattern, that bar stays tight against his leg. That's important because the bar being within his area of base is going to dictate how much weight he's able to lift. We've got the mechanics of the pull down, we've got the setup, we've got the torso angle. We know we've got to keep the bar close, and there's one missing ingredient. While Greg loads the bar, takes some warm-ups, I'm going to tell you about tension. The idea is that we need to support the spine. We need to transfer all the power that's going through the hip to the bar. You can't do that if the torso is loose. So when Greg sets up and pulls big here in a minute, you're going to see him take a deep breath, fill up his lungs, and stabilize his spine so that that power gets to the bar. That's commonly known as the Valsalva maneuver, but that tension is instrumental in big pulls. We're up to 315, and the mechanics that we've talked about are becoming increasingly important as this weight's getting heavier. We'll notice that that setup he still takes the time to do that correctly every time. The bar's at mid-foot, he keeps it close as it comes up, his torso angle stays constant until the bar gets above his knee, and then he locks out. The entire time he's got a flat back, and he starts every pull with a deep breath, creates tension in his core. As we get up to 400, 450 and beyond, if we go there today, we're going to find out that these things become more and more important. We're up to 365, and Greg's still using a double overhand grip on the bar. I usually advise my athletes to use double overhand grip until they get to a weight which they never ever could conceive of cleaning. The idea is that to clean a weight, I need a double overhand grip. We see a lot of people go to a mixed grip too soon. In this case, Greg is not doing that. We get that good pull. Now, once we get up over 400, he's going to go to that mixed grip because it's the only way he's going to keep the bar in his hands. You can only lift what you can hold on to. At a body weight of 170 with 405 on the bar, we're well over 2 times for Greg, and we're approaching 2.5 times body weight. The idea of keeping that bar close, keeping himself tight, and keeping the bar within the area of base becomes ever more important. Check out this setup. He's nice and tight. We're going to say him, take a big deep breath, big pull. Nice job, Greg. So we get those solid mechanics. Without those mechanics, that weight is not coming off the ground. We're up at 4 1/4, 2.5 times Greg's body weight. The mechanics are really important here, and we're going to see that as the weight on this bar goes up, there's going to be degradations in form. Greg has to fight here to maintain that back, to maintain his setup position, and he's got to fight for every ounce of tension that he's able to generate. Go ahead, Greg. Good, man. Nice pull. You can see his back just start just a little bit in the thoracic region to let go, but it's not letting go yet. He's a strong dude. We're going to bring this up to failure. We're going to see where Greg's back does go. we're going to see two things here. We're at 455, and Greg knows that he can't hold on to this with a double overhand grip, so he's going to go to a mixed grip. The other thing we're going to see is his back come out of extension slightly. It's a function of the weight. His hip is still powerful enough to lift the weight, but his back isn't powerful enough to stay in extension while he does it. He's still fighting for that good arch, deep breath, good form. See you, Greg. Up, up, up. Nice, good pull. If that had gotten away from his legs, there's no way he would have made it. So even though we see that slight let go in the thoracic region, we see his lower lumbar give just a little bit, and not bad. I mean, definitely a good job. He's keeping that bar tight, and all that force is making it to the bar because he's got a lot of tension in his torso. Nice pull, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing feels quite as good as a big pull. Done wrong, nothing feels quite as bad either. You lose a couple vertebrae doing this, and you're never going to do it again. By following our form tips, getting a good setup, keeping your tension, keeping the bar close to your legs and within the area of base, you're going to find you're able to lift more weight, you'll get stronger, and you'll remain injury-free.